All right, now let's talk about determining if an equation or a function is a linear function. Okay, so so that's what the directions are here. State whether each equation or function is a linear function, right? Yes or no. So a linear equation, oops, got the wrong color here. A linear equation is one where it's an equation that has no operations other than addition, subtraction, or multiplication of a variable by a constant. Okay, so and as you probably know, linear functions or linear equations have y equals mx plus b. So if it can be written like this, that's a good way to kind of determine. Then that means it's a function. Okay. So what you can't have is what's not okay is like square root. You can't have a variable in a square root. You can have a number in a square root, but not a variable. You can't have a variable in the denominator. That's not okay. You can't have. Let me just put a number on top, just so you can't have a variable to an exponent. That doesn't work. Okay, at least unless it's 1, right? It's okay to have a variable of or an exponent of 1 on a variable. Okay, so those are some of the kind of the main ones. You can't have logs. You can't have trig functions. Those are not linear functions. Okay, and those are ones that we'll talk about later. All right, so let's look at number 6. So here h of x equals 23. I don't have any variables there, but that's okay because that's actually a linear function. I can write it like this, right? I can say h of x or y equals 0x plus 23, right? And so it's okay to multiply 0 by x, right? And so that would be a linear function. So this would be yes. And the reason why is because you could say there are no operations besides addition, subtraction, multiplication of a variable by a constant, or you can say because I can write it in y equals mx plus b form, etc. Okay. Number 7. Now here we have some division, but it's with numbers, so that's okay, right? So I just have the x multiplied there, and obviously this can be written as y equals mx plus b. The b is invisible, so I can just put plus 0, and so this is yes, right, for those same reasons. Now number 8, here I'm dividing by x, and so that's not a function. You can't divide by a variable. Okay. All right, and then number 9, here I'm multiplying x and y together. Okay, so that one doesn't work. So you can't have two variables multiplied together. Let me put that one down on this list too. So you can't have two variables multiplied together or divided or whatever. You can't have x over y. Those are not okay. All right. Okay, so hopefully that's pretty self-explanatory and probably review.